We're so glad that you're joining us. My name is Lisa, and I am one of the co-owners of Magnolia Design Company. I have a partner. Her name is Crystal Mugford. And as you're jumping on, just say, hey, if you have any questions along the way, Crystal's going to be available to answer any questions for us. If I see some come up that I can answer, I surely will. So for today's craft, we are going to work on an apple garland kit. It comes with an apple shape and that has been painted, some beads, and then some jute. So every time we put together a kit, it comes with everything you need to complete it. All right, so that's what we're going to work on today. This week, we're going to be on 4 times to go to do some fun crafts with you. First, today is our apple garland beaded kit. Tomorrow is going to be our mini mason jar. And that kit actually comes with, that we're going to show tomorrow, comes with our Valentine minis. And it's got our stencil, chalk paste, and squeegee will come with that. So I'll be doing that with you tomorrow. On Wednesday, Kathleen, our VP of Sales, will be doing another project with you. And then I'll be back on Thursday to do yet another one with you. Okay, and then if you want to look in any of the projects that are going on, you can use the link to go straight to the products on our site. So many excellent products to choose from. So as I said, if you just hop in on, let us know you're here. If you have any questions, let us know. Today we're going to be doing this apple garland DIY kit. Okay, the apple garland itself is $9.99. Now this apple garland, I'm going to show you. I'm just going to show you how to put together, but we also have another DIY online, and it is the apple garland. It's a DIY awesome to the core. So it has this, includes squeegee, the stencil, and some chalk paste. But today we're just going to go over the apple garland. All right, so let's just jump right in. So first of all, like I stated earlier, all of our kits come with whatever you need to complete the kit. So I have got this apple. Isn't that so cute? The Awesome to the Core has 2 things that can go on this. It can go the front and the back. This would make a super cute teacher gift, but would look great in any home decor. All right, so I've got this apple. It's got the stem is painted brown, and then I've got the leaf in green, and I've got a little hole cut in it, ready to go. All right, so then I've got a bunch of beads. I've got natural. And these are 18, 20 millimeter beads. And then I've got some red. All right, included in the kit as well is going to be all the twine you're going to need to complete the project. And we're going to do it together in just a second. Let me show you all of the components. And here is the twine wrapped up nicely. All right, so let's get to it. I am going to hop on over here, and I'm just going to undo this twine. It's got a little piece of tape in the back, and it's just put together with a piece of paper, bundled together with a piece of paper. And when I make my garlands, what I like to do is I like to take the twine and let me unroll a little bit of it for you. And I like to take a piece of tape. Some people use, you could use some like your hot glue gun, but something to make sure that the end stays a little bit stiff and doesn't get frayed, right? You could use some Mod Podge, put that on the end, some hot glue. But I find like a piece of tape, I usually have that hanging around. So I'm just going to roll that right into it. And it just takes a little bit of it, but I'm just really looking for something to make sure that the end is a little stiffer, so it can go through the beads, and also so it doesn't start to fray. So I've just wrapped it around a couple of times, and I'm going to snip off the remaining tape. Now, sometimes when you do that, the end gets a little chunky. Don't worry about that. Just snip off the end if it's a little bit chunky. All right. So now I have got this, and I am going to look at all these beads that you get with this kit. It's a great kit. Let me just show them to you. I'm going to throw them all back in this bag so you can see lots of great beads. Okay, so now I'm going to need to come up with, there's an equal number of red, and let me put this down a little bit so you can see me better. You can see what I'm doing. Okay, see all these beads I have? So let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, looks like 15 of each. So I'm going to need to come up with a pattern. It's going to be like every other, or, you know, come up with something that is going to work. So I think I'm just going to go simple and do every other. All right, so I've got, go with the natural and then the red, and I'm just going to keep doing this. Now, you don't have to use all the beads, right? When you pick this up from our shop, it is $9.99, and you can, you know, it's yours after you buy it, so you can do whatever you want to with it. But, you know, create your own pattern. If you just have a small tray you want to put this on, or if you don't want to use all these beads, that's up to you. But I'm just going to go ahead for this project and use, just keep beating it until I find it's at the length that I want it, okay? Put this aside. If this is the first time that you are joining us or have heard about Magnolia Design Company, I want to let you know that Magnolia Design Company sells products online. You can pick us up by, you know, just probably anywhere, a link that you can see here, or magnoliadesignco.com. Now, you can buy straight from us, retail at a retail price, or you can choose to join our company as a crafter. Now, what does that mean? So joining our company means you buy a join kit and you immediately get 35% off of all your purchases, all right? That means in order to, when you sign up as a creator, that's what we call them, you pay a flat fee of $9.99 a month, and that creates for you a replicated website. So someone can shop with you, but you can do this any way you want to. You can use our items, you know, purchase them and put them in a shop, just craft for yourself. Literally that $9.99, after you buy a chalk base and a stencil, you've already saved that money. But, you know, a lot of people say, you know, I don't want to get mixed up in all that. I just want to craft. And so we have a lot of people who do just that because we don't have any quotas ever. Not monthly, quarterly, yearly, nothing, okay? So you can choose just craft and get your discount, which is awesome. You can sell in a store, you can use your replicated website, you can host parties. We have an awesome party plan. We have a party plan built into our website that you can direct people to, and you'll get credits. Your hostess will get credits, and we just drop ship everything for you. So it is a super cool setup. All right, so this is what I have so far, and I need to decide how long I want it, and I think I'm just going to keep on going here. Another great thing about Magnolia, we do all of our own designs in-house. So we design all of our products, and that's all of our surfaces and all of our stencils. And recently, we have started carrying rub-on transfers. So it's a new line for us. It's taking off, and we're really going to be expanding it this spring. But if you want to check out our rub-on transfers, they've been gaining in popularity. We love them. All right. We also have some awesome chalk pastes and chalk inks. And if you're not familiar with chalk product, it's not the same as chalk paste. Paint. Chalk paste is one of the mediums, and chalk paste dries semi-permanent. So you let it dry for a couple of minutes, and then if you want to reconstitute it, meaning you would just spray it with water or let it set a minute and wipe it off, you can, and you can redesign depending on the surface that you put it on. Or you could spray it with a coat of polyacrylic and make it permanent. We also have inks that we apply to shirts, cups, like ceramics. You can bake those in for good. All right, here we go. This is my garland that I have so far, and I actually really like that length. So I am using our healing mat here. Let me see how long I made this. So when you buy this garland, if you use all the beads that are included, let me measure this way here. I have got one. See, this is 21 inches long. That is pretty generous for a garland. All right, so I'm going to take this end, and I'm going to show you what I like to do with it, okay? I'm going to take this end, and I'm going to loop it through my apple, and then I'm going to leave myself on this side a tail of about, I'm going to say, probably about 4 inches. And then I'm going to tie it in a knot. Okay, see that? And then I'm going to tie it one more time, just double knot it. You know, I like security. All right, and then I'm going to take this. How can we, what does that say? I'm a creator and love Magnolia. Thank you. Thank you for watching. Okay, so I am going to take this and I'm going to hide it because I don't want it dangling off the end. I want a nice clean finish. So what I'm going to do for that is my little trick is I feed it back, and that's one of the reasons why it's so nice to have the taped end, right? So it won't fray, and so there is a nice end on there that's got some firmness so you can push this through. You can also choose to use a needle if you want, but I just go this route because I usually have tape available all the time. So I'm going to take this in and I'm going to put it through the first bead. All right. And I'm going to feed that down. All right. See that? And then I'm going to put it through another one. I usually put it through about 2 or 3. And this is going to hide my thread or my string, the end of my jute. That's what's called, jute. All right, so see what I've got now? And now I'm going to take that end that I've been using and I'm just going to snip it off. Then let me show you. I'm going to push all the other beads down. And look, you can't even see the end of my jute. You can't see that finished, you know, it just looks like a really nice finished piece. All right, so now what I have at the end is my tassel. Let's talk about how to make a tassel. So I'm going to leave, I think about, 6 to 8 inches on the end of this garland. All right, the rest I'm going to take to use for my tassel. I am going to take about, let me measure it actually. Well, that was upside down. Hang on a second. All right, I'm going to take about 10 inches and I cut that off. All right, now this is what I'm going to use to tie off the head of the tassel. All right, let me untangle this, what is left of this jute. And let me tell you, it's a generous amount. I'm sorry, I had a call coming through. I guess I didn't turn off the notifications. Do you guys ever do that? Okay, so look at all this jute. I got a ton. So what I like to do is when I make my tassel, I like to go around like 20 or 30 times around something. Now we do have a tassel tool maker. It does, like, it makes tassels and pom-poms, and you can find that in our accessories area. But if you don't have one, then I like to just grab it with my finger and then wrap it around my, now I splay out my fingers a little bit so my tassel can be a little bit bigger, and I just keep wrapping. Now, like I say, I do 20 or 30 times. You're going to just do this maybe for as much jute as you have, or as many times as, as maybe as thick as you would like it. Sometimes I'll throw a little bit of a different color twine. Sometimes I'll throw in some ribbon. It's up to you, right? This is yours, so you can do what you want once you grab this kit. But look at plenty. I don't know. I'm talking to you guys, so I've like totally lost count of how many times I went around. But now I've run out of jute. All right, so I'm going to take this. This is going to be my tassel. I am going to take the end of my garland and grab it here. And then I'm going to secure it. You see, I haven't cut anything yet. I haven't created the head of my tassel yet, but I do want to go ahead and tie it on because I want to use this tail and incorporate it into my tassel. Okay, so almost like it looks like one piece. All right, so I'm going to tie the head. Everybody's got their own way. This is just my way. I'm going to tie the head here, excuse me, all the pieces together, but I am going to leave a little bit of space because I don't like when my garland is like, I can barely move the beads, like there's no space. I like a little bit of space because I might want to wrap it around something and then hook these, hook it together like this, you see? And I won't be able to do that if it's too tight. All right, so I've left maybe about 1.5 inches at the end, and I am just gonna secure it, and 2 or 3 knots is what I do. Again, a little bit of security with those knots. Then I'm gonna take that string And I'm going to incorporate that and act as though it were part of the task that I just made. Right. Now I'm going to take that other piece of twine that I used, and now I'm going to make the head of the tassel. I'll do it this way so you guys can see it. It's going to be kind of hard for me to hold this and show you guys at the same time. All right, so now to make the head of the tassel, I am going to tie that jute right around about an inch down, all right? That is going to maybe, you know, an inch, a half an inch, it's up to you. And I'm going to tie that. And you can wrap it around, you know, several times. You can just tie it in a knot. I typically just tie it in a knot. Some people like to tie it around a couple of times. So I'll tie it in one more knot. Well, let's go two. 2 times. Hey, if this is your first time watching us, please let us know. Now I'm almost done with my tassel. Now what I need to do is I need to grab my scissors and go right in through the loops. Can you see that? And I'm just going to cut the pieces apart. Looks like I missed one. And I got a hot mess going on here. Look at this. I got stuff all over the place. So now I'm going to give it a little bit of a haircut. And I'm going to make it about the size that I want it. And then I'm just going to trim off what I don't want. And so that they'll all be the same size. Okay? All right, and here we go. Let me, oh, I only have my water bottle here. Let me show you what it looks like hanging off my water bottle. Let me, okay, there we go. Now this is what I was talking about. Like I can loop it like this because I left it a little bit, well, that wasn't a good thing to choose, was it? I'll use my hand. But I can loop it through because I got some tape on them because I left a little bit of space, right, for hanging onto something, a base, anything. But then you can also just lay it anywhere in your tiered tray or anywhere that you would like. Look at this service. How cute is that? So a couple of minis that come to mind that I think that will look super awesome on this are going to be the one that you're going to find if you hop on our website. You can see it's called Awesome to the Core. And on one side, it says, you are awesome to the core. And the other side of the stencil says, you are the apple to my pie. So that actually was made specifically for this. And we also have minis. So our mini stencils come 12 designs to a sheet. Very inexpensive. And they are reusable. If you wash them and you care for them properly, you can use them over and over again. And so the ones that come to mind right now are our Valentine minis. So how cute would this be to give this to a teacher? Valentine minis, I'm sorry, I meant to say those would be cute too. But our back to school minis, because it says everything about school, teachers, that sort of thing. How cute would this be to give to a teacher for Valentine's Day? So I'm going to set this aside and give me just a minute. Like I said, tomorrow I am going to be doing the mini mason jar garland with you. And that tomorrow I'm going to be doing a stencil with you. So if you haven't seen how our stencils work, you can watch me do it tomorrow and see how easy they are to use, how easy they are to clean up, and how often that you can use them. And it's so many different ways that you could use them. But tomorrow we'll just have one. Now, I just want to talk to you for a minute right now about our creative program. We do have an awesome and very generous creative program. As I was telling you, you can shop with us as a retailer, or you can join our company to become a creator. And creators immediately get 35% off. And there is no monthly, quarterly, or yearly quota. You can craft to your heart's content and just take your discount, or you can work this business any way you want, hosting parties online where we drop ship the hostess their gifts for you. You can go live any media platform, social media platform, and sell from there by just giving demonstrations. You can sell in a store, at a storefront, at a bazaar, anything like that, or just your finished goods. That's up to you. One of the things that I really love about our program is not just the really very generous program. It's probably the best you're going to find in the industry. But we also have a really awesome Quick Start program. And here's the thing with our Quick Start program. The new creator gets rewarded by hitting in the first 3 months specific criteria. But guess what? So does their sponsor. So it's really an opportunity for the sponsor to work with the creator, with the new creator, so that you can help that creator in any way that they want to go, but you will also be rewarded. So thank you so much for joining me. Let me see. I don't have my glasses on, so let me see if there are any. Looks like Crystal is helping me out by answering questions. Again, if you are new, please watch us anytime that we're on. All right, guys, so just wrapping up. I'm Lisa from Magnolia Design Company. I'll be on 2 more times this week. Kathleen, our VP of Sales, will be joining us as well.